Good morning, guys. Happy October 1st. Don't mind the cray hair. It's going a little October crazy. I'm doing keto, however, big guy is not. And every so often I do want just a little bite of something crunchy and healthy. So I'm going to be making some granola. So let's get started. So you know what I should do? I'm going to add the wet ingredients first. So here I have some, oh, I put it back. Well, oh no, I didn't. Coconut oil. It's about a half a cup. Yeah, about a half a cup. Need some coconut oil. It smells so good. We're going to do some honey. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, no. And I'm not measuring anything. Y'all know me. I'll drizzle some on the top too. So mix that all together. Then I'm going to add some vanilla. Can only be nice to those birds before I come out there and get you. Granola would not be granola without old-fashioned. Oops. Get out, get out, get out. See how that does. Mix it around. You want to get all the oats just coated. I'm going to put this like this, guys. Mix it up all nice and evenly coated. I might need to add some more. You know, it's going to sound funny too, but I saw someone do this. Just a little bit of water. Just a little bit. It helps it in the cooking process to be more crunchy. Plus it also has the coconut oil. Oh my gosh, this smells fabulous already. I already have my oven preheated. So what I'm going to add in here is some ground chia seeds. Not a whole lot, but just enough. Maybe like 2 tablespoons. And we're gonna add a whole lot of roasted cinnamon. We're talking a lot. For cinnamon, that's probably like a tablespoon and a half. And then I'm going to add soap. You know what? Let me try it with that first. I was going to add some ground nutmeg, but I did put a whole lot of cinnamon in here. So let's mix this up. And you can add some like, what do you call it? The cacao powder. If you want to like make it chocolatey. I wanted to go get some pumpkin seeds to put in here, but I got a whole bag of walnuts. So I'm going to add a whole bunch of those in there, because I don't know about y'all, but I like my granola crunchy. I put it in this so you guys can see, and clearly I need a bigger bowl. That's all right. But that amount of liquid was perfect. Everything's coated nicely. Again, I have my oven preheating at 350. A lot of people do it a lot less, but I want a nice crunch on mine. So let's swish it up. A lot of people line theirs, but no, I'm not doing all that. What I can do, however, is un momento. Un momento. It's like put up and propped up just a certain way. If I push it too hard, it's gonna fall. All right, we're back and up and running. Sprayed this with a little bit of Pam spray. You could do the parchment paper. I don't do that. I have some up there. I'm not doing it. And then I'm just gonna put this all around. Oh, perfect. All right, we're gonna try this again. I had to take a bunch of apps off. I let my grandkids download certain games they want to play, and must have had an overload. Thought I deleted a bunch of pictures, but it wasn't enough. I needed to go and delete videos and to delete some of those apps. So hopefully we're good. So anyways, I don't know how much of you saw, but I sprayed this with Pam spray. I added some more walnuts. I'm going to add some more honey. Just drizzle, just a drizzles over the top. Ooh. Okay. Mix it one more time, and then this bad boy is cool. I'm actually gonna put more cinnamon on the top. Can't go wrong with more cinnamon. Sorry. I should taste it. Let me taste a walnut. I really want some pumpkin seeds up in here. Oh. That's my carb intake for today. Bitch, that was good. Oh. You know what? I'm just gonna drizzle some more cinnamon. Sorry about the custard. I need to remove. That was good though. That was worthy of a B. It's going in. It went from like hot weather to very cold. So me sitting by this oven is fabulous. So yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna make some berry granola too. See how that goes. Buy some goji berries. I need to go buy some. What is that on here? I get Big Guy's coffee because he makes a big, huge thing full every morning. But then it goes to waste. So I put it in an old, like old orange juice thing, milk thing. I don't know, whatever you want it to be. I used to put my nuts in here. That's what would go here, and I'd put it out for a visual with my rice and the beans. But, so I get cold coffee in the mornings. Let me get my creamer. Un momento. All right, so I have some sugar-free Coffee Mate, and this is the Italian creamer. Oh, look at the cannoli. For cannoli. their little paws walking on the floor. 1, 2. But yeah, good ideas. You guys should try it. Let me know. Because then you can just have hot coffee if you want it. See, I got a whole pot over there. And I refill it every night. Oh my gosh, that granola. I don't hear the birds. Normally I open the door to share the birds with you. Pants are falling off. But no birds. I got a meeting at 11:30. And then I have some jobs that I gotta go do. That's my plans for today. Put my hair up. I'm actually shooketh. My youngest meatball's awake. And it's early. So I'm gonna get this out October 1st. I'm gonna get an October video out because I'm so excited. I decorated about 2 weeks ago. My front porch. And then I have like a Harvest October cute wreath on my door. Fall. But I wanted to decorate back here for this video, but I'm like, no one had. I'd have to go down to the garage. What is this? No. Not that you're not worth it, but I wanted to get that granola in. Gotta find a mason jar to put it in, because it would have been perfect to put in here, but that's occupied by my coffee right now. I'm sure I have something to put it in, but he's gonna like that. He can have some of that over his yogurts, or he can just put it in a bowl with some milk, eat it as cereal, put it in little bags for his lunches. Lunch, I made him a chicken salad sandwich, nuts and grain bread, which looks fabulous, and I want a piece of it so bad. But I'm not. I mean, I could, because I don't like to go over 25 carbs in a day, and that's 17 for one. So if I really wanted to, I could work it in. But I don't like verbatim keto, because I eat fruit, 1 fruit a day if I wanted. I do like a 90% keto and 10%. Some stuff is like, but I'm still losing and it's working. It's my diabetes is under control. It's keeping that carb intake under control. It's huge, and a lot of people are like, you can go 35, and no, for me it does not work that way. So I try to keep myself on an average, anything from like 25 and under, and 25 like I don't really ever get that amount in a day. So I don't read the keto rules. I just kind of go and do what works for me, which I probably should have put so I don't burn. Isn't this cute? I got it at an estate sale. It's a little carousel cooking timer. Isn't that cute though? This kind of reminds me to open it. And got a hair, man. My eye. Didn't know what I was saying. More coffee, clearly. Are you awake and walking around? Hello? Cannoli, be nice. She wants to eat a bird so bad. It's in her breed. I went out there one time and she had one, like, the bird was like, just like this, flapping its little wings. Little one too, little tiny little peanut. And she's like, looked up at me like, oh, I got caught. I look at that bird. She was like, a piece of it in her mouth. The bird was like, shook it off and flew away. She sulked. Could only sulk all day. Like that was her prize. Her prize win she was going to bring to me. I had a bird. A bird. Not once. Not twice. Pretty sure 3 times. For sure twice. Twice. But I'm pretty sure 3 times. Knocking at my door with its beak. I saw it. It came up to the window, flapping its little wing, and was like, ding, 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 ding. Like, I'm like, oh, hey, oh no, you ain't coming in. And then came back and tapping. I saw it flapping and tapping. And then came back again. Flapping, and I'm pretty sure maybe he was looking at the reflection. I'm going to think that. But, yeah. Oh, gosh, I got to tell you guys the story time yesterday. I went metal detecting because it's good exercise. And I'm telling you, my arms are hurting swinging that thing. And my legs are hurting from bending, standing, bending, standing, bending, standing. So I got about 3 hours of bending, standing, moving that thing. So I got some good exercise yesterday. However, I went to the beach. Totally fun. Found a bunch of coins. A buffalo nickel, which I was excited about. Still looking for that 1943 copper penny. It's like, where's thousands? And there's still like 12 out there. There was 12 total, and there's like, I think like 4 that were found. So they're out there somewhere. But anyways. Okay, so I found that stuff. I found a knife, but I threw it. I didn't keep that. I'm trying to notch out on my machine, like pull tabs and nails and stuff like that, but it kind of still picks up on it here and there. But mainly I found all the coin and gold. Didn't find the gold, but that's what it's notched for. All right, into my story time. Beach went fine, great. Came home, worked for a little while, did some errands, and then I thought, you know what? There's this one thing I want to metal detect. So let me check my granola. It looks and smells fabulous. Let me get this out. So I go to this little area, and it was just like I had sandals on. It's not the beach. It's clearly had like overgrowth of hay and walnuts. I wasn't stable on my feeding. I was picking up some tones, but the ground was really rock hard. Again, not like sand in the beach. So I was like, I'm out. So a little bit later, I was like, I want to go to this park because I had been to this park prior and I found a bunch of coins. So like, I'm going to go back there. So I went to like very corner of the a play area, I should say. Well, okay, mind you that this park is near like a what do they call it? It's a hiking ground, but it used to be a volcano. I mean, it's like forest all through there. I mean, you can get lost in there. It's that big. But I was on the like very outskirts of going in, and so I'm at the very edge of the park where the I don't even know what you want to call it, like the entrance of this brush. And I mean, you can't even see. You look in there and there's like creeks, and it goes for miles. Well, anyways, I'm at I thought, because there's maybe at one point was some, oh, did it stop? Okay, I think it's gonna stop. There was one all right, it stopped again. Meanwhile, I was like, it sounded like someone was like sawing something. Lo and behold, it was freaking bees, which I thought were in my house. So I threw everything, slammed the door, and still trying to get in. I hope one didn't get in, because I swear. No. All right, back to my story. Had to go in and delete all kinds of stuff. Okay, so I'm at the entrance. I put it for 50 minutes because I want my granola crunches. I need to render that water out. So I'm over there and I'm metal detecting because it looked like there was like an old creek that used to run through there, and if anybody knows, old creeks might have gold that ran through it. So haven't found one yet, but I will. So I'm metal detecting, and I had the oddest feeling because I had my back against like the forest. I'll call it forest, and in the shrub area, and it sits really, really high, and it goes, I mean, once you look in there, you have to like focus in and hone in through everything. So I had an odd feeling, and I kept hearing like, and I'm like, what the hell? It was kind of windy, so I'm like, okay, so my back's against it, and I hear, and I'm like, oh hell no. So I'm like, I'm not turning around. Pennywise is going to be right here. I know it. And I got up and I looked, and I'm looking all through there like this. I'm scanning in there, trying to focus in. I'm like, what the hell was that? And I'm looking, and I'm like, oh God. All right, bad feeling. Getting away from here. Because I was away from a bunch of people. And so I turned around and went more into the grass area and not on the outskirts of that forest, call it. So I kept hearing things in there. I just clearly knew somebody was watching me. Not paranoid at all. I just know, because I know what I heard. No. And I was going to go in there and metal detect. I was like, oh, I'm finding some colonial stuff back there or something. But I'm like, thank God I didn't. All right, long story short, I'm metal detecting. I see this guy walking by, and I'm like, there's this whole area. Why you feel the need to come by me? Maybe he was interested in what I was doing. Just felt odd. So then I was not comfortable there because I was still isolated away from everyone. So I went to where everybody was at. And I was on that grassy little area. And these two little kids had came up and was like, oh, have you found anything? They knew clearly what it was. And I was impressed by that because I was like, wow, they're little. And sorry, I was reading. And they said, oh, are you finding anything? And they were little. I mean, they were like 5, little boy, little girl. And I was like, yeah, I found a few things today. You want to see? And I said, yeah. And I said, look, it's just a lot of coins. And I was showing them. They're like, oh, cool. That's so neat. Well, that same guy walked, and I thought, oh, maybe I'm just tripping, and that's the guy. That's their father. And he walks like very close and was like where they were at. And I'm like, something, and that's the father maybe. And he goes, oh, you finding any treasures? And I'm like, well, yeah, just coins. And then clearly he walked off. And then I was like, well, that's not the dad, but I got that same eerie feeling. And I'm like, oh, then automatic, I'm on mob mode. And I'm like, get away from these kids, because I will throat punch you with this metal detector. And so that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I, had that feeling in my gut, and then they were there, and like he got a little too close enough to where I thought he was a dad. And then he walked off, and then he was just staring at me. Like I would, like corner eye, acting like I'm just looking around, but I'm actually honing in on, and he's just staring, like glaring, and I'm like, Pennywise in man form. I'm telling you, it was creepy. Well, anyways, I need more coffee for this. Still, my gut was saying, this is not right. There's something up. And this here is for 1 tablespoon. Or is that teaspoon? I need my glasses. I think it says tablespoon. 1 carb. And I clearly had like 5. So then he starts like, I was staring the whole time. I knew he was in there in that forest because he sat there for a while, and then I looked up and I seen him like walking towards me. Like I felt like he was either gonna try to grab my stuff and then take off, but he kept going into the forest. Like he kept going in there and then coming back out. So clearly he's either living in there or something. But he took immediate attraction to my metal detecting gear because I have it all. I have the pointer, the probe. I have the digging, the gear. I got the waste thing, and then the metal detector. So I was thinking, well, maybe he's wanting this. Maybe he's gonna, because clearly he was like, maybe he was just interested in what I was doing. I don't know, but I got a bad feeling from gate 1 even before I seen his face. But he was in there. He was the one that did that. I know it because he kept going. Then I started noticing him going in there and then coming back out and then going in there. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Well, he kept trying to, he was like doing the Sasquatch watch, the Sasquatch walks and he looks sideways. That's what he kept doing at me. And I'm like, maybe he's going to steal my stuff. I don't know. You hear the bee? Oh, good. It didn't come in. It's outside. I see it. So the second time, not second time, about the 4th time he was being creepy papriki. He got a little too close again and then walked into the thing. And I'm like, I'm just going to kind of keep looking back, looking like I'm, and then I'm out. But the whole time going to my car, I had the worst feeling. So if you have those feelings, y'all, something's not right. Something's not right. And the scary thing is I've walked those trails by myself back there. He may be the nicest guy. I don't know. But I know I had a gut feeling that something was not right. And I got out of there. He didn't follow me to my car. But I know he was staring. He was watching. Ooh. Come back. Come back to me. Come back to me. What happened? Oh, there we go. So, ladies, you have that feeling in your gut. Oh, it's going to stop again. Just go with it because I don't get that feeling often, but I have gotten in the past. Like with the guy, I just told that story about the guy in the blue Speedo that ran after me. I knew something was going to happen. And I kept an eyeball on him. And thank goodness I did. Because he ran after me with literally nothing but a Speedo on. Oh, this stuff smells so good. I'll tell you another time where I tried to scare Big Guy. I might have told you guys this story too. I gotta hang now. Okay. This is a long time ago. We had separated for about 6 months, years ago. But I would like either go take my meatball to go see him or go to pick her up. Well, I'd always tell him, don't leave your door open. Are you crazy? Must be the Sicilian in me. I don't know. Either I trust you or I don't. And I'm walking down. It was an apartment complex. I'm walking down. I see him like far away in the laundry mat. They had like a on premises. They had a laundry mat. Well, I see him in there back. You can't see me walking. His door's open. I'm like, oh, hell no. Gotta teach him a lesson. So I go in there, me and Meatball. His wallet's sitting right there. So I grab his wallet. I grab his keys. And then we go into the back bathroom. And there's like from the bedroom to the bathroom, the door opens. And then all the lights were off. So we can see through the crack. And so we're looking. We're like, don't laugh, don't laugh. So he comes in with his little hamper. I cracked the door open like more. So he knew, and I'm looking at him, he's like, and then he walks around and he's looking like where the bar stools were and the little counter. and he sees there's no wallet. Instead of being like, oh hell no, like what's the who? Hello? No, not him. Typical Italian. Pulls a soprano move, puts down the hamper, clearly knows either someone's in the house or someone just ripped him off, obviously, because the stuff was gone. He shuts the door, locks everything, like if someone's in here, they're not getting out. Turns around, grabs a knife, like he was going gangsta, and I was like, no, it's us. I'm like, no, and he's like, oh, don't do that. I'm like, oh, he pulled the knife, and I had to come out and be like, no, it's us. I'm sorry. But that's a perfect example why you don't leave your door open. Because somebody could have clearly came in and stole your stuff. Grabs a big old knife. Oh my goodness. My lord. Yeah. Sometimes you can play games like that and it can go too far. And I was one to do that to people when I was little. Oh God, I got to tell you the story I did for my cousin. It was hilarious. She would always come home from school. She would eat. This is like way before cell phones. She would eat, smoke some ciggies, watch some TV, and then take a nap. Like at 7 o'clock at night. Like she would take a nap from like 7 to 9, wake up, eat, and then go back to sleep. She loved her sleep. She just did it. And so she fell asleep around 7. My mom left. Clearly I was like 16, so I was still at home. And she fell asleep. And then my brother and my sister-in-law lived in the back portion of the house. And I had fun in that house. And we're like, let's play a trick on her. So what we did is went through all the whole house and put the clocks all back to like 5 a.m. because she used to get up at 5 a.m. and could do her makeup, smoke ciggies, eat breakfast, drink coffee, whatever. And so we did that all through the house, shut all the lights off. I mean, it was dark enough. And so we set her alarm clock for like 10 minutes, and then we all acted like we were sleeping. And we heard the alarm go off, and she wakes up, she comes out, she makes coffee, she's stretching, and we're trying not to laugh. And as I yawn, she goes, lights a cigarette, and she's just walking around, and we're like, we're like, shh. And so she gets dressed, starts doing her makeup. My mom comes home. And she's sitting there with a mirror and like her cigarette, and she's like, one eye done, literally just makeup all done, but only one eye. She was working on the other eye. And my mom walks in and she goes, it's my mom's sister's daughter. She lived with us. And she goes, Aunt Anita, where were you all night? And she goes, I'm hanging out with some friends. And she's like, Aunt Anita, what did you do? Who did you stay with all night? And she's like, what are you talking about? Clearly not understanding what we were doing. My mom didn't know. She's thinking like her niece is drunk because she's like, what are you talking about all night? And she's like, Aunt Anita. That's all we kept hearing. Aunt Anita, what'd you do with him? And she's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And she goes, Aunt Anita, where'd you go all night? And she's like, are you drunk? She goes, let me see your eyes. She's like, what are you talking about? my mom goes and gets, PJs on, smokes a ciggy. We all smoked. Even I smoked cigarettes at that time. And we're cracking up, and we're like, oh my gosh. And then she's like, I just don't understand what's going on. She's like, and then I woke up like I'm like, what's going on? Acting stupid and tired. And she's like, your mom came home. It's like freaking on. She was out all night. What the hell what is Aunt Anita doing? And I'm like, oh man. So my mom comes out and she's like, what'd you guys make for dinner? And she's like, dinner? She goes, don't you want breakfast? And then my mom's like, oh my God, you were drunk. Seriously. And she goes, what are you talking about? She goes, why are you, she goes, I don't know. Totally all confused. And she goes, what? She goes, why would I want breakfast for dinner? And she's like, what? And she goes, and then we started cracking up, and she's like, what's going on here? This is what I'm being punked or something. And she's like, we were like, finally had to tell her, you fool. It's not freaking 5 in the morning. It's not 6 in the morning. It's like 11 or 30 at night. She goes, you guys are assholes. And she all makeup done here on this side, and this one's all looking, we called it blind looking, like with nothing. And she's like, I hate you guys. That was mean. But yeah, we pulled that one off. It was hilarious. That was fun. We used to always prank. At the time, my brother, oh God, I'm going to air his dirty laundry. My brother he struggled with an addiction. And anyways, I'll just tell you. He's totally sober, doing great, going to church many years, so he's doing good. He was on meth. And so my mom, we were trying to help, get him away from that. Okay, well anyways, clearly was a portion of time where he was not doing good. So, I think I told the story too. He was, same house. We were sleeping. It had to be 2 in the morning, and we hear, help me. And I'm like, what the frick? Help me. And we're like, what the hell is that? My mom. So I go in her room, and we're hearing, help. We go outside. My brother, I don't even know how he did it. He had no gear. He was up the pole. Got stuck. And we got him down. I don't even know how he didn't break some legs or die. But he gets down. Surprised the police weren't called. Because it was in our neighborhood up the pole. So he comes in and he's like, you don't even understand. I was trying to get his cable. I was trying to get his cable. The extended cable, the good stuff. And my mom's like, she would give this look like this. And she's like, go to bed. This David. You're going to get kicked out of here. Just go to bed. It was a cute little house. Little cottage house. So, she's like, I'm fucking serious. You better fucking go to sleep. So he goes, lays down. Of course, he's not going to go to sleep. And she's like, don't you fucking leave this house. Seriously. All right. So we go back into our rooms. It's late at night. And then all of a sudden we hear like Morse code. Anyways, that's what we heard. We're like, what the hell? So we get up. He's in the bathroom saying he's fixing the leak in the sink and fixing the leak in the bathtub. Mind you, there was no leak. So we go in there, and from that point on, we never had a sink again. Like it never ran water again. We didn't want to tell the landlord. Thank goodness we salvaged the bathtub, but there was like, what do you call them? The squares that, in the bathroom that were taken off. He ended up taking that out. So we go in there. My mom's like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? Go to bed. This is ridiculous. You're ruining our stuff. You're climbing poles. And, so he goes, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to bed. Clearly was not going to bed. So we go lay back down, go to sleep. I shared a bed with my cousin, so I had the door shut and I'm sleeping. And I hear, like, I'm off, like this off the side of the bed. And I hear, Donnie. And I'm like, and he's like right here. And I'm like, what do you want? And he goes, oh God, I'm going crazy. I have to tell you this. And I'm like, what? And he goes, please listen to me. Please, you gotta hear me. You gotta hear me out. You gotta hear me out. And I'm like, what? What's wrong? And he goes, okay, a penny, the copper, moleculum. I'm not even saying the words right because I don't even know what he said. Moleculum, center of the coronium, copper field of the ignite of the level 4 of the copper. I figured it out. And I'm like, Mom! Mom! And she comes running in. I'm like, he's freaking me out. And telling me about some molecular penny copper millennium of the 5th side level. It was just off the charts. Didn't make sense. And I'm like, Mom! And she comes running. I'm like, he's creeping me out. He keeps freaking creepy paprika in my room, telling me about the molecular structure of a penny. And she's like, ah! And she's like, get out of that room. I literally had to close my door and like put stuff up against it just in case he was trying to creep me back in there and things fall. We ended up going to sleep after that, thank God, and slept for like 4 days. Meanwhile, wakes up and we all had the chicken pox. Yeah, that was good times. Yeah. But he's sober now. God bless. And I'm not making fun of people with addiction because firsthand I witnessed it with about 50 people in my family. So I'm not making fun of that. I'm just telling my brother's story. And I can look back now because he's sober and we can laugh about it. Clearly my coffee is kicking in. So I hold addiction very close to my heart. And I feel so bad for people that struggle with that. I know what it is like to struggle with food. It's on a whole different level with drug addiction. So I pray for all of them. I'm not making light of that at all. But my story, to look back now, that was hilarious. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, let me tell you one more story time about my brother. Same house. My mom got all dressed up, looking fabulous, beautiful, and we dared him. Never dare somebody on meth because they will do it. My poor mom, she was like, had a date and got all dressed up, and we said, when she comes outside, I dare you. I triple dog dare you. I triple dog dare you to wet her with a hose. We knew he would do it. So she comes walking out, just ready to get into her car, looking all fabulous for this date. And he comes around the corner. Her hair is like all this. Like, and she, we're looking through the window. We're like, oh, he's just in a whole world of shit. We're like, he did it. Oh my God. My mom just goes, just threw her stuff down, gave that evil eye, walked in the house, literally, the hose ready. My brother goes, looks over at us in the window. He knew he would. Okay, so she went silent. She's not a silent person. She went silent. So we're looking at her. She comes in the house. We're by the window, all drenched, walking in, just like straight hallway, straight room, door shut, didn't even slam. We're like, oh, she's loading her gun. Run! So anyways, didn't speak to him for like 2 days. Like, he would say, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm so sorry. She wouldn't say anything. So about the second day, still apologizing to her. She makes a nice hot piping cup of coffee, pours it, sits down, takes a nice little sip. He's sitting down. She finally acknowledges him, looks at him. He's like, I'm sorry, please talk to me. Looks back at her coffee, looks back at him. I am not kidding. She got a piping hot cup of coffee and went, boom. And I'm like, and he's like, ah! He did run. He knew, he kind of honed in on what she was going to do, and she threw it as he was darting. She wasn't playing. Hot cup of coffee. I had a plate thrown at me with food still on it. She threw it so hard like a frisbee, it went into the wall, and there was still food on it. Yeah, good times. We called her, she had something, what she called a famous ass beating. Hold on, let me check on my granola. Oh, did I burn it? No! Ooh, no, it's not burned. No, it's falling off. It's falling off. Look, guys, it's getting crunchy. Ooh. It's still wet. It looks like extra toasty, but still needs to be cooked more. Let me taste it. Yeah, glad I tasted it. It's done. I need to taste, I'm eating the walnuts, but let me taste the, oh yeah, that's nice. Oh shoot, what was I saying? I was telling you guys something. I forgot what I was saying. That's good. One more walnut. Now I gotta stop the video. To tell you what I was gonna say. I remember. I gotta go anyways. I'll watch it back a little bit. See what I was gonna say. Resume it and then end the video. Let me try one more. I wanted to get like a crunchy cluster bit of the granola. Might have to pour a little bit more honey on it. Oh look, nope, that's walnut. It didn't cluster. That's all right though. There's a little cluster bite. Yeah. I want to do a peanut butter one tomorrow. Yeah, he'll like that. All right. Gotta go. I'll look at the video, see what I was supposed to be saying. Tell you what I was going to say, and then bounce. Love you guys. Tune in. I'll plus later, Gator. So I ended up finding this mason jar, and I put the granola in there. Turned out really good. I maybe cooked it about 5 minutes too long, but it just tastes extra like nutty, which is fine. But look, I'm gonna hide that. It's actually a little like tea dispenser, but I can just hide that over there. No one's gonna know the difference. And I'm gonna send this to Big Guy and show him what I made him. All right, love you guys.